Hey there, this is Dwayne again. Uh, I was sitting here thinking about some things, and I know my last video was religious based, a couple cooking videos. This video is going to be a little different um, because there's something I want to speak out about and basically tell my story, and it's probably a story that some of you out there are probably living or have lived before. Uh, what I want to talk about is the dangers of social drinking. Um, just basically drowning yourself in a bottle. Uh, and this is the way it goes. At least it did for me. Uh, a while back, for years, it was always, hey, it ain't gonna hurt me to go out and have a couple beers with friends, have a few drinks, and not drink through the week, but on Friday, Saturday night, hey, have a few with the friends and hang out, and that was all fine and good. And uh, after a little while, hey, it ain't gonna hurt me to go out on a Wednesday, have a few drinks with friends. Well, then what you do is you go out on that Friday night, you have a good time, you wake up the next day, you don't feel good. And what do? What put it there will take it away. That's what people say. So they start drinking on Saturday. Next thing you know, you're out hanging out with friends, not getting home to 3 o'clock in the morning. Then you wake up at Sunday and you feel horrible, horrible. So you go all day feeling horrible. To bed early and ready for Monday morning. Well, then the next week comes up, and guess what? That cycle continues again. Start hitting it at Friday evening, not stop until early Sunday morning. Wake up feeling bad, feeling bad. Well, then your mind starts to play games with you. Your body does. Because you're so used to drinking that Friday and Saturday night and feeling horrible that Sunday. And then, getting to bed early and ready for Monday morning. Well, then your mind starts thinking when you wake up Saturday feeling bad, what put it there will take it away. So you drink to take it away to feel better. That same feeling starts creeping up on Sundays when you wake up. You're like, man, I feel horrible. You know what? I'm just going to have a few to make myself feel better. And so you start doing that on Sundays. Well, next thing you know, you're waking up on Mondays feeling bad, but you have to work or you got things to do, and you can't drink, so you have to go throughout the day feeling horrible about it. Well, then when you get home, you're feeling horrible. So Monday evening, Monday night football's on, wrestling's on, whatever. Okay, I'm just gonna have a couple, just make myself feel better. Well, next thing you know, it's happening on Tuesday evenings. Oh, well, on Tuesday night, my favorite TV show's on, or something along those lines. I can have a couple. And you're just going out and buying like Tall Boys or a 6-pack at that time. So there's no big deal. I don't have a drinking problem. I do it socially. I do it to relax me when I'm watching the game. I do it after a hard day at work. No big deal. I don't have a problem. So you keep rolling through the week like that, and as months and years go by, all of a sudden, it's Monday to Sunday, 7 days a week. You might not be getting falling down drunk. You might not be getting to the point where you can't function throughout the day, but you're still partaking of alcohol 7 days a week. And at the time, you're just thinking, hey, I'm functioning, no big deal. Well, then, vacation hits. Wait a second, you don't have that job or those responsibilities during vacation. So, hey, I'm on vacation. I can get up and start drinking 9 o'clock in the morning. You justify it because you're on vacation. So, you start drinking 9 o'clock in the morning. Well, you come home from vacation, and you think, well, I did it while I was at the beach, or on vacation, so no big deal. I'll do it here at home. And you start drinking again. Friday and Saturday nights out with friends. Sunday, drinking a hangover off. Monday, struggling throughout the day, come home, drink a hangover off. Before you know it, the tall boys into 6-packs are turning into 18-packs. Then, they turn into 30-packs. Then, your job performance at your work, or whatever responsibilities you have, starts falling off because you're hungover, you can't see straight, and your coworkers and your bosses notice. They notice this stuff. So all of a sudden, they start treating you differently. And then, so now you're starting to get yourself into trouble at work. The hangover's just too much on that Monday. So what do? Man, I think I'm coming down with the flu. I'm not going to make it in today. So you call in sick. Now your coworkers have to pick up your slack, and they're mad. So now they're starting to treat you differently. All of a sudden, those call-in days start adding up, one right after the other. Your job performance, even when you are there, you're doing the least amount that you could possibly do just because you don't feel well. And that starts adding up. Next thing you know, you're getting laid off, or you're getting called into the office, or the responsibilities that you have throughout the day, you're just not needed to carry them out anymore. So you don't have a job then. Well, hey, guess what? Don't have a job, I can start drinking as soon as I open my eyes. Now all of a sudden you got that bottle, whether it be liquor or whatever, right there on the nightstand. So when you wake up, you're feeling mad, hey, grab a drink, that'll make me feel better. Your family starts noticing. Your friends start noticing changes. The ones that don't drink with you all the time, they start noticing. You can't function without it. But you also can't, you think you're functioning correctly, but you're not. And they see it. And the whole time you think you're doing fine. Hey, I'm an adult, I can do what I want. Well, once you reach that point, to the point where you can't do anything without having alcohol in your system, you no longer have it under control. It's got you. It's reared its ugly head and it's grabbed you before you even know it. And it all started out just social drinking. I'll just have a few with the friends, and then boom, it's got you. You start taking a hit in the checkbook. Your bank account starts taking a hit. You start overdrawing your account just because, hey, I can run it, I'm going to overdraw, but hey, I need my beer, or I need my whiskey. So I'll go ahead and run the card, I don't care. So now you're in the negative on your bank account. Okay, then bills start rolling in. Ain't got a job, overdrawn on your bank account. I can go ahead and let that bill go for a month. It'll be okay, they ain't going to terminate it or whatever. But I can use that money to go get what I need. So now you're neglecting that responsibility. You think you're more intelligent when you're drinking. You think you can do things when you're drinking that you can't do when you're sober. And all of a sudden your mindset just becomes nonstop about, okay, as soon as you open your eyes, how am I going to be able to get beer today? Or how am I supposed to be able to get my drink today? How am I going to do this? Next thing you know, you're turning over a change jar and counting out pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters so you can go get your alcohol for the day. Then you start thinking, 1:30 in the morning, it's time to start doing that alcohol check. Wait a second. Tomorrow's Sunday, I can't buy any till 1, so let's see, I've got 8 left. If I wake up at 10 o'clock, those 8 will last me till 1 so I can go get more. So you start doing an inventory of if you're going to be able to have what you need. And then you invite friends over and you do have alcohol there. You drink it faster because you don't want them to get any and drink it all gone. So you drink it faster. In other words, it's a race to see how much. Then you start taking those big chances. The big chances. I've only had 7. I feel fine. I'm going to drive up the road and get more because I'm going to run out. That's the bad part, the real bad part. Because not only are you taking a chance on hitting and killing somebody or wrecking yourself and dying, you're taking a chance on DUI, you're taking a chance on vehicular manslaughter, you're taking a chance on just numerous things, and that's not even worth it. And trust me, I know as a person that drank for 30 years of his life, it's not an easy thing to get away from. It's not easy to train your mind to do it. And I used to say it, and I know people will say this all the time. Oh, I can quit when I want. Negative, Ghost Rider. You can't just quit when you want. You can't do it. Or like I say, the whole saying, "Oh, I'm just a social drinker." Well, sitting and drinking 18 beers while you're messaging on Facebook is not social drinking. Yeah, it's social media, but it's not social drinking. People tend to try to justify it. In order to get help for that, a person does need professional help. I don't care how strong they think they are or how much under control they think they have it. They don't. They don't. There are people out there that can go out on a Friday night, drink, and then not touch it for a month. That's what you call social drinking. That's what you call responsible drinking, because they have control of it. But once it gets control of you, it's got you, and there's nothing you can do but seek professional help and humble yourself down and say, look, this is out of control. I was to the point where I wouldn't even be in this world right now. I was on the verge of dying, and it was all because me being prideful, thinking I had it under control, me being hard-headed and not accepting the fact that I had a major problem with it. I lost a lot of good friends, and I had family members that would lie awake at night and worry about me, never knowing if they'd hear from me for a day or two, if they was going to come to my house and find me dead in the floor. So I wasn't just affecting my health and affecting myself. I was affecting my family, my friends, everything I cared about. When I really got into drinking heavily, I made the excuse because I'd lost a loved one. That was an excuse to drink the pain away, but did it work? No. It affected my career of being a country singer. At one time I was really, really good, but the alcohol took control, and it instead of being a phenomenal talent, I was less than phenomenal and couldn't perform the way that I would have liked to, or the way I was capable of, because I thought I had to have alcohol in order to perform. I thought if I was out playing in a bar and they were giving us free drinks, well, take advantage of that. But was I up there doing a professional job that like they paid me to do? No. At the time I was drunk, I thought I was doing a good show. But then when you listen to it back, you think, man, I messed that one up. I messed that one up. I messed that one up. But it's all good. I got free beer out of it. It's not all good. It just lets people down, and it builds you a reputation of being nothing but a drunk. Being nothing but a drunk. And people that's addicted to alcohol are real quick to point a finger and say, that person is drugged out. That person is drugged out. But the whole time that person's saying it, they don't realize the one that's addicted to drugs and the one that's addicted to alcohol have the same disease. The same exact disease. The only difference is one is legal, the other one isn't. But it's still the same disease. And a lot of people don't realize. kicking the addiction of alcohol is more dangerous than kicking the addiction for drugs. It can be deadly. It can lead to seizures. It can lead to just all kinds of health problems that a person really, if they try to quit cold turkey, are taking a risk. That's why professionals are there, and that's why certain medications, that's why counseling's there, and things like that. It's been my experience, majority of alcoholics suffer from depression and anxiety. They also suffer from an inability to have empathy towards others, because it all boils down to one thing at the end of the day. It boils down to, do I have my alcohol? It doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter what they say or anything like that. It boils down to, do I have my alcohol? If their mother looks at them and says, you need to quit drinking, she's always told me what to do. I don't care. You may not care, but she does. Otherwise, she wouldn't say it. I've been surrounded by people that add addictions to alcohol, and I've seen the effects. But I was one of the worst. I was one of the worst by far, because it used to be, if I couldn't afford Bud Light, I wasn't buying beer. Then it got to where I don't need Bud Light. Steel Reserves are $1. They're 8.9% alcohol or something. So, hey, I can buy 3 of them, and that's like buying a case. That's how an alcoholic justifies things. Okay, my budget can't really fit in alcohol, so I got to change something else around so I can. And then you try to justify it. And let's face it, an alcoholic doesn't wake up in the morning on a day when they have to work and call in sick to work and say, I'm too hungover to come in. No, it's always, I feel like I'm coming down with something. I feel like I got the flu. No, you're hungover. You don't have the flu. You don't have COVID. You're hungover. That's why most call-ins, sick call-ins to work happens after a holiday. Because partied it up all night, don't feel like going to work next day. And even if you're losing holiday pay, do you really care? No. And what do you do when you call in sick? I'm not feeling like it. I'm not feeling good. I think I'm coming down with something. As soon as they say, okay, get better, you jump in your vehicle and go and get more alcohol and drink on the day that you called in sick to make yourself feel better. And that leads into other things, because the lies get there. You start telling lies. You start just saying that you're sick so people don't come around to find out that you're drinking. Just telling lies. They're going to cut my power off. Can I borrow $150? Well, somebody loans you $150. Well, I don't need to pay my power bill. That $150 will last me a few days, and I can have my alcohol. It takes top priority. It takes over you. And it's very hard to kick. My story is this. I got so bad that I was waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning and drinking as soon as even before I got out of bed. I had one sitting on my nightstand ready to open that morning. I have sat and watched the clock till 1 o'clock on Sundays so I could run up and buy beer. I have hid beer in my house and snuck around and drank it so people wouldn't know that I was drinking. And unbeknownst to me, they knew I was drinking, because it's very simple. They could tell when I've only had a couple beers. They could tell just by the way I acted and the way I talked. So we think we're hiding it well, but we're not. People can tell. They can tell when you're sober or when you're drunk. And I always thought I was good at hiding it. I always thought that, I was doing right. However, the whole time I was doing wrong, and doing wrong by people, doing wrong by people that truly cared about me and that I truly cared about, but I was doing them wrong the whole time. And the whole time blaming them instead of getting to the root of the problem and blaming myself. Um, and a lot of people think, oh man, if I quit drinking, nobody's gonna hang out with me, nobody's gonna think I'm cool, my life will just be boring. I have more fun being sober than I ever had when I was drinking. Way more fun. I don't have to worry about waking up tomorrow and feeling sick. I don't have to worry about having the shakes because I don't have alcohol. I don't have to worry about my family worrying about finding me dead because they know I'm sober and they can see my conviction to stay sober. They can see that I want to be sober. I haven't had the thought about wanting alcohol in months. So, actually, I think it's 63 days today. So, with that said, if a person truly wants help with alcoholism, you can't do it alone, and you have to make lifestyle changes in order to make it work. Yeah, you can go to rehab, go to detox, get yourself straightened out, and, all that. That's just the beginning. That's just the start of it. After you go through that process, you have to do your follow-ups with your counselors. The people that were bad influences or triggers that would make you want to drink the most, you have to alienate them from your life. You have to change. Overall, you have to change. And surround yourself with people that does not use alcohol. I've been fortunate to find some wonderful people in my life that do not use alcohol. They have a history, but people that's willing to hear my story and willing to lift me up. So that goes a long ways. And then it's just the overall deal. A person thinks, well, 63 days, he's got to be good to go. I still have to take my medicine. I still have to meet with my doctors, meet with my counselors, in order to stay strong. I still have to encourage myself daily. I have to look at that calendar, and when I'm marking it, saying 63 days, go, you're doing great, man. You're doing great. Keep it up. And just have to keep self-assurance. Just keep building yourself up and not tearing yourself down. I tried to quit numerous times in the past on my own. I wasn't strong enough, and the people that think they are strong enough are the ones that's never going to make it. The ones that can say, yep, this is a problem, I can't fix it, I need help. The ones that say that truly want help. And that's how it happened with me. I was sitting here drinking, and I was by myself sitting here drinking, and out of the blue it just popped into my head, and I thought, I'm tired of this life. I'm tired of living this way. I'm tired of being this way. And immediately I started finding phone numbers for clinics that will help. And luckily I found an awesome clinic down in Lewisburg called Crosswinds. Wonderful staff, wonderful people. I went there, I dried out, I got off the alcohol, I came back, I kept following up and still follow up with my doctors and with my counselors. I found religion. I got saved and asked Jesus into my heart. Gonna get baptized soon. And my whole life started turning around. And that's why I say, for a person that says, I'm an occasional drinker or social drinker, man, that's just opening the door. A like I say, there's some people that can do that. That can go to Outback and eat dinner and have a couple beers with dinner and then not touch it for another month. But certain people, they just don't have that luxury. If they have one, they want 30. And that's happened with me before. 30 beers wasn't nothing. And, at least I thought it wasn't nothing until I wake up in the morning in the living room floor because I passed out and got bruises and bumps and scrapes and don't even know where they came from. But that is the cruel hard truth of it, is you cannot be productive in life. You cannot make rational decisions, intelligent decisions, when alcohol has control of you like that. Because once it takes control, excuse me, that is all your mind can think about. That's it. You don't think about your boyfriend, girlfriend, your fiance, your wife, your kids, or anything. Yeah, all that matters is that alcohol and getting it. That's it. And when you can't get it, you go off on people. You throw a fit. So I encourage anybody that watches this to just think for one moment. Just for one moment. If you're in control of your drinking, or is your drinking in control of you? If the answer is the second one, then reach out to people and do some research and find you a place to go to get help and to achieve that. There's no price tag you can put on getting better, living healthier, and prolonging your life. If you are suffering with that, trust me, I've been there, and I feel for you. I feel sorry for you, because at this point, it's not your fault, because the alcohol is thinking for you. So it's not necessarily your fault. Your alcohol is thinking for you. And I urge you to get help. And there's plenty of clinics around that will help. There's plenty of places that will help. And is it easy? No. It's a horrible experience. But the outcome is so great. And it makes you a better person. It makes life look so much better looking through sober eyes. You see things in a completely different light. So with that said, I just wanted to reach out to people that may suffer from an addiction and let you know there is help, and you can turn it all around, and you can rise back up and be productive and lead a fun, exciting life that you remember. You don't have those times that you can't remember anymore. If there's any questions, you can comment on this, and I'll do my best to answer them. But until then, try to get sober, try to get some help, and just know that there's people out there that's praying for you, and people out there that wants to see you succeed and do well in life. God bless you. Have a great evening.